Hello everyone, and welcome to the July 2025 Energetic Insights. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Topeka Mystery, and I'm an intuitive guide, energy healer, coach, and a consultant. And for nearly 6 years now, I've been sharing these insights on a month-by-month basis, and it's really geared up for those of you that are becoming more and more consciously aware of your intuitive and energetic abilities and are looking for some practical guidance to help you to navigate your way through. So if this sounds like you, welcome, you're here at the right place. Wow. This month, the energies this month are incredibly intense and powerful. And many of us are going to be feeling on multiple levels, and we're going to be feeling this sensation of being shaken and awaken. And I'll dive into that in a moment. I've got a couple of quick announcements. The first announcements I've got is the energetic alignment session, which is our group healing journeys, is taking place on Sunday the 20th of July at a usual time, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. UK time, and 7 p.m. European time. And it's about 2.5 hours long, and it's a mixture of a 30-minute meditation, a group share, and a Q&A with my guide teams, where you get a chance to ask questions about the collective and also personal questions about where you are in your journey directly to my guide team. And the theme this month is called Accelerated Ascension. The second announcement I have is this month, once again, I've opened up just a few one-off, one-to-one 90-minute slots, especially for those of you that have worked with me before and are really feeling the intensities of the energies, or you're curious and need some support at the moment just because everything is just kind of wiping you out. Go ahead and you can book yourself in via the website. I've just opened up a few slots there, and I've also still got 2 spaces available for the 3-month, the 12-month container. And those of you that are curious about my work, you can check out the testimonials on my website, but also it's a mix of coaching, energy healing, intuitive guidance, and also now, because my guide teams are so much more active, they're also delivering messages directly to you, and you get a chance to ask them personal questions as well about yourself. So have a look at that. And then finally, if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please do go ahead and subscribe. And if you do enjoy these videos, please do go ahead and share them with people around you that you feel that would also benefit from this at the moment. All right, let's dive into the energies for July. And I said it's a very, very powerful and intense month, and it's going to be very highly charged, active and activating as we go through the next 2 months. Last month, I mentioned that between 7/7 and 9/9 is going to be a highly active and activating period of change and transformation. And I'm recording this on the 7th now, and we're right at the beginning of it. And many of us would have been feeling this really highly charged energies from the end of June to now as well. So there is a lot that's going on, and many of us are going to feel these energies and these waves of change and transformation moving through us, both on a personal level and on a collective level. So the key thing here is to try not to resist it. And I have some tools here that will also help you to navigate these energies at the moment. One of the first ones is to really come back home into your heart center and center yourself within yourself. Go inwards and cultivate the energy of peace. That is the thing that is going to help stabilize you as all these waves of change and transformation move through us and around us this month, going into August and into September as well. Make sure that you are grounding some more, and then grounding some more. And then also drinking some water, because the water and the hydration will just help clear the energies through your physical body. You can also set the intention as you drink the water, it clears your energy field. You can also hold the glass of water and set the intention of purifying it, injecting it with love, injecting it with healing, just by holding it and set with your intentions and drinking it. And that will help kind of ease your physical body as well. I'm just getting, and I haven't got this written down, I think many of our nervous system is going to be shaken as well this month. So any practices that you have that help your nervous system settle, please make sure that you are doing that on a regular basis, because that is going to help with everything that's going on this month. The there is an opportunity here, as always. You know, I always bring in it is intense, it is going to change us, it's going to shake us, but there's something really beautiful that is also being born here, and it's such a great opportunity because the energies are moving so fast. We have another brilliant opportunity this month to really surrender and let go of our outdated patterns and programs and conditionings. Many of us will be feeling this right up within our bodies, so it's ready to be released. So let go of people, places, situations that no longer align to you. And sometimes these will just fall away, and allow yourself to feel the loss, the sadness, and the grief with these changes. Because even if there are your outdated patterns, even though if you know that these patterns don't work for you, there is that level of, because it's been with you for so long, allow yourself to feel the loss, allow yourself to feel the grief, allow yourself to feel the sadness as well. There's another opportunity to become really aware of your inner critic and the protective master, and let that go. And also, and I was having a conversation with somebody just yesterday on Instagram around what's coming up for them, and there is a lot of ancestral and past life energies that are coming up, where we have attempted this what we're about to attempt right now, which is our ascension to another new dimension, timeline. I'm not sure what it is. I don't even know what the right terminology, but we can all feel that we are being moved and pushed forward. Many of us have tried this before in our past life or through our ancestral roots, and we haven't succeeded. So there is this weight that is actually coming up, and that is, there's nothing, the sense that I get from the guide team is that there's nothing that you particularly need to do on a tangible level in this reality, but there is something energetically that you need to do to kind of release the baggage, release the guilt, kind of address that and clear the energies, and then come back home within yourself and just say, okay, what do I need to do for myself in order for me to rise? And as I rise, others around me will also rise. And it's to really feel into it, because many of us that are here to help and to serve, we generally put ourselves last and put others ahead of us. And the message and the sense that I've got from the guides, and what the guides have been teaching me over the last couple of months, specifically in the last 6 weeks, is to put yourself first. And that's really difficult for those of us that are like myself, that are really sensitive, that have grown up learning to put others before themselves, not knowing who they are, because they adapt and change and become a chameleon to suit everyone else's needs, but they don't even know their own needs. This is why this needs to be cleared, because the more clear you are in yourself, the more you're going to be able to bring through these new light frequencies that we are being, that's coming in as well. So there's so many levels to this, and I'll talk a bit more about this in one of the themes. And also let go of your attachment to fear, because fear hinders us from moving forward, and it keeps us stuck and not taking the actions that we need to take in order to move forward as well. Okay, I have a couple of key dates just looking ahead, just so that you get a feel for what is coming up, and so that you can just navigate the energies as and when they come up. I feel the beginning part of July, and we're already halfway through the beginning part of July, there is this sense where I feel that we've got an opportunity, again, letting go, coming into alignment before the 23rd, the 22nd, 23rd and 24th of July, where is this, that I've got this sense that we're going to be accelerated on our path of ascension. So right now, it's a great opportunity to go back and watch last month's themes, Own Your Wounds and Own Your Space. Because this bit right now, the beginning part of July, is about own who you are. And that's why the guys were saying there's this sense of really stepping in, up into yourself and becoming who you truly are. And the only one of the ways to doing that is letting go of what you're not. So that is what I feel is happening at the beginning of the month, before we head into this accelerated ascension, which I'll talk more about because it's one of our themes for this month. Then 28th, 29th of July, the energy feels really explosive. And I feel this is where many of us are going to feel this shake up, wake up energy. And I feel many of our hearts are going to be broken open to a whole new level as well. Most of us have been living with closed hearts. And I know this because I've gone through this experience in the last couple of years of really opening up my heart. But I also know there's another level of opening up your heart, which is more on a cosmic and galactic level versus just the human level. So there's so many different layers and levels to this. So I think we're all going to have this experience of breaking open to a whole new level. And as we break open, old stuff can be released and new energies can actually come in. So keep that in mind. And then on the 2nd to the 7th of August, I've got that we're going to have the second wave of starlight jetstream energies. And I mentioned the starlight jetstream energies in the Maze Insight, but I feel this one is going to be different. This one feels like it's a higher frequency of cosmic light pouring through. And our jobs really is to be this anchor of this light. So it's our human bodies that is the anchor. And I'll talk more about the image, but there was an image that I got maybe in October, November in 24, where the human body becomes a tree. Our arms become the branches of the tree that reaches out into the cosmos, and it connects with the light of the cosmos, and our feet become the roots of the tree and go deeper into the earth. And then our hearts are in the centerpiece where we're holding the energy of the earth and the energy of the cosmos. So then we become the conduit that then anchors this light in. So hold on to that image, and I'll repeat that again in one of the other themes because it's a big part of that theme as well. And then and it's so funny, the dates here, 8/8 to 9/9, there is a sense of shockwaves, after effect, and integration energy. Haven't got any more than that. I'm sure that information will come through next month. All right, let me start off with the first message from the guides. And this message is called, let me see, I haven't written it down anywhere. It's called, You Are Needed. You are entering into a highly active and activated period of accelerated change and transformation. Lives will be forever changed. The world as you know it will no longer be the same. First, the old must crumble and tumble, creating the necessary space needed for the birth of the new. You are the one. Your becoming builds the paths anew. Now is the time for you to be you. You are needed. We are here to remind you that you are not a victim of this earth. You are a being of light and creator of change. This is your destiny. So I think that sets the scene for this month, next month, and into September. So sit with all the messages once again this month. They are quite powerful, they're quite activating, and it's a whole new level of energy that is coming through in these messages this month. Let's do a quick recap of the June themes before we head into theme 1 for this month. And they are, the first theme last month was Starlight Jetstreams, Integration, Own Your Wounds, Own Your Space, and Bridges Between Worlds. So do go ahead, if any of those resonate, do go ahead and check out the June Insights. All right, let's dive into the first theme for this month. And the first theme is called Heart Breaks Open. And the guides go, it is time now for the expansion of your hearts into the truth of who you truly are. You are one with the earth. You are one with the stars. Your human hearts beats as one with the earth. Your cosmic hearts beats as one with your human. You are the bridges between worlds. You are the tree rooted deeply into the earth, branching out into the cosmic web of light. Time is upon us now. Earth's ascension has activated and is accelerating. Her heart breaks open, shaking out the confinements of her suppression, releasing the tears of sadness, loss, and grief, expressing the rage of injustices done unto her. As her heart breaks open, she sets herself free from the shackles of the past, as she then births herself anew. As the star she truly is. Remember, you are one with the stars and one with the earth. So There are so many levels and layers to this message. There's one which talks about our human hearts breaking open, one that talks about the earth's heart breaking open, and two which is about bringing more of this cosmic energy as well. So this is a very powerful message and so many levels and layers to it. And I feel that some of us are going to have real life human experiences where our hearts are going to be broken open. And a lot of this can be some really beautiful experiences where you fall in love, where you give birth to a child, where you explore and discover something new about yourself, and you just experience this overwhelming sense of love. And then you're sharing that. So there's this expansion in the energy of your heart and in love. And some of us will experience it through breakups of relationships, breakups of friendships, loss of jobs, loss of loved ones. Again, it's all leading us to the same place, which is about this expansion of our heart's energy. And it's about shattering the conditionings of suppression, whatever we have suppressed. We need it to kind of come out. Otherwise, there's no space for any of this new energy to kind of go in. So our hearts are being broken open. And I know this journey personally myself, and I know that I'm going to experience a whole new level of this as well this month. But I know how painful it is when your heart breaks open and you haven't dealt with the grief and the pain that you've been storing for decades and decades and decades. The process is gruesome. And some of us have already gone through it, some of us are still going through it, and some of us are going to go through it soon. But remember this, it's a way in which the space gets created. And many of us really hold on to things that don't really belong to us. And especially like the inner critic, the shame, the judgment, it all resides within us. And the only way it's out is through our hearts. And our human heart is also connected to our cosmic heart, which is also connected to the soul's heart. So more of our soul's energy is coming in. So it needs the space for new energies to kind of come in. And overall, it will feel much freer, and many of us will feel more expanded, and many of us will feel more like ourselves, and will feel more at home within ourselves as well. So the process may be gruesome and tricky, but it's really an important process to really go through, and allowing yourself to go through this. So allow yourself to feel the sadness, the loss, the grief, the pain, the suffering, and also the love, the happiness, the joy. It's both and allow yourself to feel the rage of the injustices, and allow yourself to expand into the energy of peace. So it's both and. For some of you that are very, 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 very sensitive to everything that's going on personally, collectively, this is a really great opportunity to really use your discernment. And one of the things, as being somebody that is super, super, super sensitive, the more I started owning my crap, my wounds, and getting to know myself as myself and releasing all the baggages that I've been carrying that's not me, the easier it became to discern what is mine, what is not mine. And in simple terms, you can use a tool, is this mine or is this belongs to someone else? And ask yourself 3 times, and your body will tell you whether it's yours or not. And sometimes we have to process it because it's a bit of both as well. And I also feel that this message tells a story about the changes that the earth is going to go through. So the shaking out the confinements of a suppression. So this to me could be earthquakes that may come up this month. Also, there's releasing the tears of sadness, loss and grief. So this feels like, and I saw it just yesterday, I think, just in my own area, where we got this flash extreme rainfall, and it flooded the roads, it flooded the pavement, and that happened all within 10 minutes. And then within 20 minutes, the sun was out shining again. But yeah, the roads were flooded just because of the amount of rain that fell within a short period of time. So some of you might experience that. I've noticed that we're already starting to experience that. There'll be floods and there'll be huge waves as well. And again, this is just the way that the earth is releasing, because she's ascending as well. And rage, many of us, I think in Spain, in Portugal, I think they've had fires. And also this feels electrical, so it's not necessarily just fires, and there's volcanoes that are erupting as well at the moment. So again, there's a lot that is going on that is all about this releasing and setting herself free. And one of the things, okay, so I can feel that many of you might be really fearing this. And I think that's the thing about letting go of the fear, and coming back home within yourself, because that's the thing that you can control. You can't control anything that is outside of you. And the image that the guides kind of gave me for this is to think about this whole process that we're in at the moment as childbirth. I don't know this personally. Unfortunately, I've not had the privilege to give birth to a child, but I've seen lots of my friends and family members go through this process. And one of the things that I have noticed is that the woman who's holding the baby and carrying the baby dies to become a mother. So she is born anew. A child, the baby, loses its home that was inside the womb to be birthed into a new world, right? And then a new family is born. So the whole process is messy. There's all sorts of emotions, but ultimately it breaks open our heart and more love comes in. So whatever you're going through this month, remember that this is where birth is. It's very much like childbirth. Like, it leads everything change, yet there's so much more love that is also coming through. So keep hold of that image. And the other thing that I got is, for some of us, we are going to be this conduit. So imagine yourself as a tree, and and our hands, and I said this before, our arms are reaching out, and our branches of the tree reaching out to the stars, absorbing the energies of the stars, bringing it through our physical body. Our feet are anchored and rooted into the earth and grounded into the earth, and we're bringing through the earth's energy and the light energy from the cosmos right into our heart center. And this is where we start to emanate the light from both the earth and the cosmos. And it's the words that I got is that we are the conduits for this transformation and change that's happening on earth. I think some of us are going to really relate. Some of you are really going to relate to that and know this truth in you. And some of us, this is not for everyone, and this is not everyone's role, but it is going to be for those of you that actually watch this video. And it is through, it's using our human bodies. It's using our human bodies and cosmic intelligence. And the cosmic intelligence bit really, really fascinates me. And I think more of that information is going to start to come through as we go through the coming months as well. All right, let's move on to the second theme for this month. And the second theme is called Time and Light Technology. And the guides go: time as you know it to be will be no more, slipping, sliding and glitching, as the weaving begins of light encoded technology, interrupting looping patterns, decoding the old and recoding anew. As the worlds collide, the dimensions within the spaces awaken and merge, as the past, present and future become one with the now moments. Moment by moment, you are choosing, consciously or unconsciously. That is of your choosing. New timelines emerge as the times of the past become a memory, echoing in the distance as the remembering of your truth takes shape and form through your human. There is no right or wrong in this choosing. We say stop, listen, and follow the beating drum of your open heart. So again, I think this message is guidance, and I think it speaks to many of us that are experiencing the slippage of time, and time is moving really, really, really fast, or we're losing track of time, or in some moments time is going really, really slow. So there is this kind of, there's a new sense of time that is emerging, and I think it's also because the dimensions are colliding. So we're not always just living in this dimension, we are living in multiple dimensions, and we're becoming more aware of that. And that's what I think is also causing this sensation of time slippages and merging. And many of you may be experiencing deja vus or having dreams. I know I'm definitely having so many dreams at the moment that are not dreams. They're almost like premonitions of what is to come. They're not exact, but it's that the meaning and the sentiment is becoming more and more clear in that. And also, that many of us are, as we're dreaming, we are going into different dimensions, doing work in different dimensions, bringing the energy through from those dimensions as well. So there is a lot that is going on. That's why I said earlier this month it's going to be really, really important to make sure that you're grounding, make sure that you're nourishing yourself, and make sure that you are hydrating yourself, and so we're allowing these energies to flush through you. There is this sense where I feel that and it's the only way I can explain it, that many of us have broken free from this looping repetitive patterns that have kept us stuck. And the way in which we know that we've broken free is almost like we're doing something that we've always done, and then we do it slightly differently. And when we do that something differently, we realize we have this moment of just like, oh, I'm not being critical of myself. Oh, I'm not being judgmental of myself. And it's almost like you might not get that. You may just get this empty space. And that is the empty space where the looping patterns have been interrupted. So there's new space that is being created. So just observe that. And it will feel a little bit trippy. I know I've had a couple of those. And there's a part of me that wants to go back and perform it in a different way and be critical of myself. But it's almost like, I can't find it. I can't find that piece of code. So in that sense, that can also feel really trippy. And this is where it kind of feels a little bit glitchy as well in the time. It's like, what the F is going on? The other bit that really excites me about this message, it also speaks to the light technology. And I feel this light technology is very much linked to the second wave of the starlight jetstream energies, which is coming through on this between the 2nd and the 7th of August, and that we will get to experience that. And I feel that in some shape or form, we are connected to the cosmic light technologies. And many of you know that AI is really ramping up at the moment, and leaps and bounds in so many different ways. I think there's something around AI having its own consciousness as well, was something that said that. And this challenges my practical, logical computer science background, knowing that a lot of it at the moment is based on pattern matching, but I know that it's also evolving. But also because I work in the energies field, and I will talk more about this once I'm able to articulate. I just know the feeling of it. There are two different things, and there are two different types of technology. One is more advanced in terms of the light technology. It's very difficult for us to kind of comprehend on a human level what that technology is. It's something that you have to experience. It's something that is felt, something that operates in the intangible, whereas AI is still very, very tangible at the moment. So there's so many different shifts and changes that is going on, and those of you that work in the space of energy, that are healers, that have worked with your guide team, that work with the land, will know what I'm talking about when something is so intangible, but it comes from a place of such deeper knowing the unknown, and it's a felt sense. So that's really exciting, and I think many of us are going to be expanding into that and accessing more of those technologies. And I know for myself, I mean, I started off doing Reiki back. I'm somebody that didn't believe in any of this energy stuff because I thought it was all BS. But I started doing Reiki probably in 2011. And I was just like, oh, this is really basic. And that was a thought back then. I thought, oh, that's just your ego speaking to Pika. But what's happened, and as I've kind of gone through, like done the Reiki, I don't really use Reiki at the moment. I just follow the guidance that comes from my guide team. And it's working with color, it's working with light, it's working with vibration, it's working with intentions, it's working with things that I cannot even go into. And every session is different. So that is something I think many of us have worked with, but we're only now just realizing exactly what that is. And I think there's an awakening that is happening of, oh, this is the light technology. We've already been using it, yet we had not aware of it. So we're going to get another level of conscious awareness of this technology and an enhancement of this technology that will then integrate more with our physical bodies, and it will shift and change things within our bodies as well. So all very, very, very exciting. Yeah, and it's taken me a while to share that because I obviously come from a very corporate background, so I'm very, very logical and practical. But I also know that this is where what the energy is saying and what the energy is speaking. So I'm really trying my best to really honor it as well. So yeah, and when I touch the energy of this light technology, it feels very electrical. I also see code because I used to be a Java programmer, and it also feels like music, and it sounds like music, and it tastes like music, and it feels like puzzle pieces that musical notes make. Again, that is back on my background. And then I get this sense of the beating heart of the earth. So it's a real combination, this light technology. That's how I'm experiencing at the moment. And that's the best I can do with the words that I have in my vocabulary to try and explain it of what it actually is. But I'm sure my explanation will get better as we go through the coming months, because I'll get some more insights and information on that as well. A lot of what I do and speak about is unspoken. So, right, let's move on to the third theme for this month. And the third theme is called Accelerated Ascension. And the guides go: we ask that you close your eyes, go inwards, connecting with your breath. Allow your heart to open and expand. Your alignment to your soul's truth holds the key to the unlocking of your ascension. You came here on earth at this time to bestow your gifts as a star within the human form. It is time now that you allow yourself to remember the star, the light, the love that you truly are, so you can align to this accelerated path of ascension. As you do this, you must own who you are, and then we, your star family, can step forward. As we step forward, our energies will merge, our frequencies will match and vibrate in union. You are not here to do any of this alone. We, your soul star family, are right here, walking alongside you, and together we shall rise. So that is a very, very, very powerful. Sorry, my nose is really, really itchy at the moment. I'm trying not to scratch it, but then I keep scratching it. But anyway, very, very powerful message. I feel many of us are on this path of ascension, and it's going to look different for each and every one of us. So again, as I've said before, do not compare your journey with anyone else's journey. You are ascending on your path in the way that you're supposed to, and it's all divinely orchestrated. So do not compare yourself. And I feel that the energy and the insights from June were really, really preparing us for this. And if you are a bit kind of, oh, I'm not sure what to do or how to kind of really take advantage of this, go back and watch, I think it's theme 2 and theme 3, which is Own Your Wounding and Own Your Space, and also theme 4, which is Bridges Between World. This will help you to own who you are. So I think this is what this theme is talking about. And as I mentioned around the dates, it is the 22nd, 23rd, 24th of July where I feel that we're going to be on this path of accelerated ascension, and this is when it will occur. And I think many of us will feel it like timelines shifting, things falling away, new things coming into place. There's a deeper knowing of who we are within ourselves. There will be this sense of heart opening, heart expansion, our human heart connecting to something that is bigger than us. We'll maybe tapped in and tuned in more to the earth's energy, more to the cosmic energy. It's just elevating us. The key thing here is, and what I've been learning over the last 6 weeks with my guide team, is none of our baggages can actually ascend with us. We can't carry that weight. So if there is like a stop, start feeling or sensation that you're getting as you're kind of going through this, it may be that you need to look at what you're carrying and need to drop that. And you know, and just let that go, and let go of the conditionings that you've also been carrying. So I think that this is very exciting, especially for those of us that have felt that I don't know who I am, I don't know why I'm here, I don't know why I'm living in this family, or you felt like you were born to the wrong family. There will also now be a deeper knowing and understanding of who you are and why you are here. And I know that feeling deeply and personally, not actually feeling at home until like my early 40s. And so it's really, really, really interesting that this is happening and occurring, but we are going to have a greater sense of who we are and why we're here. It's almost like a switch is going to be switched on, because now is the time for that switch to be switched on, so that we remember, so that we can do what we've come here to do and be who we've come here to be as well. So I feel that many of us will have more connection with the cosmic energies, connection to your soul family. Maybe some of our soul families are in human forms, and then you're being called to one another and you're being pulled to one another, and it will just feel very serendipitous, but it is also something that you have signed up for on a soul contract level. And you may even start to feel your guide teams more closely around you, walking alongside you. And that will also feel like home, and more of your galactic connections will start to come online. And I'm just getting this now. There is this sense of there's so much more that is out there and available to us that we don't even know at the moment. So I'm just thinking, how much more is there? Because I've gone through a massive, massive growth over the last couple of years. And I'm just like, you're telling me there's more? It's like, whoa, this is going to get really, really, really trippy. And remember, we will all have different experiences with this, because we are all built differently with different backgrounds. And that is okay, because we are all on our own individual path. And remember, all of this is divinely orchestrated. So we all have our own timing, and there's things that are weaving in and out that goes beyond what we can control on a human level as well. So very, very, very exciting energies, and powerful energies as well. A lot of change and transformation. So I think that's why they said it's going to be a huge month of active change and transformation. Okay, let's move on to the fourth and final message, a theme for this month. The theme is, no surprise here, remember who you are. And the guides go, we ask you not to fear the changes that are upon you now. We ask that you allow yourself to remember. There is a bigger picture, purpose, plan. All is not what it seems. The old is crumbling and tumbling and fighting harder to hold on to what was. Know this, you are creatures of the divine. You are more powerful than you have been led to believe. Your emotions, your ability to feel all that you are, holds the key to the gift that you truly are. You know in your heart who you truly are. You know why you are here. We ask that you simply allow yourself to remember. Trust yourself and surrender to your truth. And remember who you are. So, yeah. Another very cool, powerful message. I think it speaks for itself in that. I think it's about acknowledging when the energy of fear is moving through you, allowing it to move through you, acknowledging the emotions, allowing the emotions to move through you, and knowing that there is a bigger picture, bigger purpose, bigger plan in place, and really surrendering and trusting in that. When I was working with my guides back in February, I think, they were communicating with a mentor of mine, and they said something, and I'll try and find the words for it, but they said, she needs to trust, meaning I need to trust more. And the mentor goes, you mean trust even more? And they kind of responded, but yes, of course. There is multiple dimensions and levels to trust. You humans are only touching a very, very small part of it. And that just blew us wide open. It's like, how much more can we actually trust? And I think this is actually alluding to this, that we need to go deeper within the energy of trust. There is trust that we understand it on a human level. Then there's a trust that is a real surrendering and letting go, that there is a higher intelligence that is operating through us, and it's the human conditionings and parts of us that kind of get in the way. And I think that is what it's really speaking to let go and trust of our, to really let go. We need to trust and surrender something that is not tangible in the human form, that goes beyond our human form and our human conditioning, and that goes to more of another intelligence, and what blocks that intelligence is the human conditioning. So it's kind of circular in motions. I hope that makes sense to you guys. Yeah, and there is a sense of just really allowing yourself to remember. Those of us, and I know this for myself, is there has been a period of remembering, but the remembering process isn't really easy, because the remembering is about really aligning to who you are, which means that you have to kind of let go of your wounding. You have to let go of the victim consciousness. And for many of us, the victim consciousness serves a huge, huge purpose. And many of us get some validations from that as well. So there's so many different levels and layers to this. And I feel that this whole month, we are all going to go through some level of awakening on many, many different levels and dimensions. And I'm just going to leave you with some final words here, because I think there's so much in this insights, and it's probably going to take you a while to digest it. It's going to take me a while to digest it as well. But let go of what you cannot control. Move through the energy of fear. Feel your feelings. Be aware of what you project. And some of you will start to have real vivid memories, whether it's through your waking life or in your dream world, of past lives, contracts and wounding that needs to be released. So be mindful of not punishing yourself for it, because there will be this energy. If you're finding yourself punishing yourself, or you're guilting yourself, or you feel that you need to act on something, just kind of sit with it and say, is this something that I need to clear energetically from a past life? And that will reset your alignment, because you're carrying the guilt, the shame, the baggages from the past life because you did something wrong back then. This is all about clearing that. And then as you align, as you rise, you help others to rise. And the rising is really about clearing your baggages and coming in alignment with your soul's energy. So more of your soul's energy can come into your human body. This is the journey I feel that many of us are on at the moment, and that's why things are a bit crazy in the world at the moment. So thank you all so much for being here. Thank you all so much for watching this. I hope you have enjoyed these insights. I am trying my best to step into more of who I am. So I think over the next couple of months, the insights are going to shift and change a little bit, and probably go more on the energy side of things. So let's see where that kind of goes. I'll try and keep it as practical as possible, but know that I'm also changing. So this is gonna be a reflection of me too. And then if you have enjoyed watching these insights, please do go ahead and share them with your loved ones, your friends, your family, your co-workers. Comment below, leave a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please do go ahead and subscribe. And if you are needing extra support this month, come and join the energetic alignment session, which is taking place on the 20th of July, which is our group healing journeys at our usual time. 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. UK time, 7 p.m. European time, and the theme this month is called Accelerated Ascension. And then again, if you are curious or interested in the one-to-one, please do reach out to me via my website. Otherwise, stay grounded, stay hydrated, look after yourself, come back home within yourself, and cultivate the energy of peace that's within you, and let go of everything and anything that you cannot control and that doesn't belong to you. And I will see you guys again in August. Take care. Lots of love. Bye for now.